Hey guys, my name is Chobham, and today I'm going to be talking about what happened at E3 2013. So, E3 was freaking awesome this year. We saw anything from new games like Titanfall, or anything like Battlefield 4, Watch Dogs, or Destiny. Just this year was amazing. Plus, we got to see new features of the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. Okay, so first off, we had the Microsoft press conference, which was pretty good. They didn't spend as much time talking about TV. They actually talked about games this time, unlike the Xbox One reveal. But they had some really great games they were showing off. I remember one of the first games they showed off was Metal Gear Solid 5, which is a free roam game this time, which looked really cool. But I'm just going to be talking about some of my favorite games. Rise looks very cool. It looks like it has lots of potential, but the one main thing I have against it that might cost it from me buying it and it being a very good game is every single kill in the video or in the gameplay when he was playing it had a quick time event. So, and I'm not a big fan of those. I know a lot of people don't like those. There's actually very few people that actually like those. But there was also another game called Project Spark, and this was a really cool game. It kind of reminded me of like map editors and stuff, or Little Big Planet. You can create your own like story games and stuff like that, something similar to that. But it looks very cool. You can customize anything. You guys should definitely take a look at that. And also, long anticipated, Dead Rising 3. I'm a big fan of the Dead Rising series. I was glad to see this come. It looks amazing. I haven't seen that many changes, but the graphics, I can tell you, are 3 times better than the last one that they made. It's just amazing, and it has all these cool Google Glass features that were really cool. Like at one point in the video, he called in an artillery strike using his iPhone, so that looks really cool. He basically just was on the street and he called it from his iPhone, and then all these bombs came in on the street and wiped out all the zombies in the area. So that'll be really cool to do. So anyways, next we have EA, and by far I think this was the most impressive conference that I have seen from the whole day. Their press conference was just amazing. They showed off the game Titanfall, which looked like it was really cool, made by former makers of Call of Duty. Some people that got laid off and they went and go form their own game developing studio. And this game looks really cool. It's kind of futuristic. You can either be a pilot, which is basically a regular infantry person, or you can be in the mech, which is a big, powerful thing. Also, very exciting, lots of people were excited about this, is that they teased a new Star Wars Battlefront. That's right, it looks awesome. I mean, they didn't show any game footage, but it's awesome that they finally are making one, and I'm definitely going to be buying that. And the last one I want to talk about is Battlefield 4. Oh my god, this game, must buy. You must get this game. 64-player multiplayer on the console, and new modes, and the graphics are just, oh my gosh, they're so amazing. They're playing this commander mode, and what they did is they were in a subway system, and this was all on multiplayer, by the way. They shot down this support pillar with an RPG, and the whole road fell down, and then they walked up onto ground level. They've taken destructible environment to a whole new level with this game. It just looks awesome. Definitely look at some gameplay for that too. It's also gonna be definitely, I'd consider a 5-star game. So next we have the Ubisoft press conference, which sadly I missed. I didn't even know they were having it this early, so I missed most of it. I came back just in time to see The Division, which looked very cool, and I saw a little bit of Assassin's Creed 4, which also looks kind of cool. But mainly, and then when I looked up what people were saying about it, they weren't saying many things. They weren't saying that it was bad, but there just wasn't much talk about it, you could say. So I'm glad I missed that one versus another one. But the Division is definitely looks like it could be a very cool game. They showed off gameplay. Definitely look that up too. And next, we had the Sony press conference, which was it was questionable, but it started off terribly. I'm just gonna say it that they started talking about TV, and everyone was getting very mad at them for doing that. Luckily, about an hour of talking of TV after that, they were showing some really incredible games. I think they kicked it off with Arkham Origins, which looks very cool. It's a Batman game. It's basically the prequel to everything, I think. I've played one of the Batman games. I'm not sure which one it is, but I played it at a friend's house. It was really fun, but I might be getting that game. It looks pretty sweet. Not many details on it. I don't really know much about it. But next game they showed is by far my most anticipated game, Watch Dogs. This game, imagine, well, I don't feel like comparing it to another game, but if I had to compare it to another game, it'd be Grand Theft Auto, just because of the fact that it's set in a city and it's free roaming. You do all these kinds of crimes and stuff. And basically, your guy is named Aiden Pierce, and he's obsessed with this surveillance, and he basically does justice in his own hands. And a lot of the time, this gets him in trouble, and the cops end up chasing him. At one point in the game, the police are on a manhunt for you, and you're walking through a coffee shop, and you see this guy, and he calls 911, and he's like about to report you, and then you hack his phone and make the battery go out or something like that. It looks very cool. Lots of hacking powers and stuff in the game. And last but definitely not least is Destiny. We're all looking forward to this game. I know it's going to be amazing. Bungie is at it again. We already knew about this, but they finally showed gameplay. Oh my gosh, this game is beautiful, amazing, and extraordinary. I'm sure you guys can find gameplay somewhere. There's multiple channels that I know that have been posting gameplay of it. It just looks freaking awesome. That is definitely going to be another must-buy for me, and possible Game of the Year candidate, depending on how late it comes out. If it comes out too late, it probably won't be able to be one. But that's about it for the games. And last thing I'm going to talk about is how Sony just blew up Microsoft. They just own them at the end. Like the last 30 minutes, they were just hammering Xbox with all this great news, and Xbox was probably not happy about this. First off, they kind of took a hit at Xbox, saying that our system can run for more than 24 hours, and the only red thing on the system is the circle button. And I thought that was pretty funny, a little hint at the red ring of death from the Xbox 360. They're kind of making fun of them at that point. And then also after that, they said that used games are compatible on it, so you can play your friends' used games and stuff, which is also really cool. And the last thing is that the PS4 is going to cost $100 less than the Xbox One. It's going to only be $400, which I think is a very good deal for the system. But that was just the last hit they took at Xbox, and I think they kind of left Xbox kind of mad at that point. They had to end it there. But anyways, it was a really good E3. Just go and check out as many videos as you can. I'm not going to post videos of the gameplay on my channel. I might get in trouble for that, just because of copyright issues. So I'm going to stay away from that. But I know other people have posted gameplay of it, so make sure you check that out. But that's about it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Here, wait, I think I forgot something. Peggle 2.